Jean-Jacques Rousseau was a political writer, philosopher, and also a composer. His ideas inspired not only the French Revolution, but also the American Revolution. But today, we won't be talking about that. Instead, we'll be evaluating who he was as a person. All inspired by his autobiography, Confessions. Along with me, you'll be going on a journey following through the footsteps of Rousseau. Are you ready to go on a journey?
This is the only portrait of a man painted exactly according to nature and in all its truth that exists and will probably ever exist. Whoever you may be, whom destiny or my trust has made the arbiter of the fate of these notebooks, I entreat you, in the name of my misfortunes, of your compassion, and all of humankind. I do not know how I learned to read. My father and I became so engrossed in them that we spent whole nights taking it in turns to read to one another without interruption, unable to break off until we had finished the whole volume. Sometimes my father, hearing the swallows at dawn, would say shamefacedly, "We better go to bed now. I'm more of a child than you are." By this dangerous method, I acquired in a short time not only a marked facility for reading and comprehension, but also an understanding, unique in one of my years, of the passions.
Yeah! Rousseau probably had one of the best childhoods you could have as a child. But through this, he began to do many mischievous deeds. Through that, he developed a concept of the world which he later applied to himself and his political ideas.
I had a brother 7 years older than I, who was learning my father's trade. The extreme affection that was lavished upon me meant that he was a little neglected, which is not something of which I can approve. His upbringing suffered in consequence. He fell into dissolute ways even before the age at which one can, properly speaking, be considered dissolute. He was placed with a new master, from whom he ran away just as he had done at home.
At his young age, Rousseau was not used to being disciplined or punished. He was so used to getting whatever he wanted whenever he wanted. But after a series of events, he began to change. He started to do many bad deeds, which caused him to get plenty of beatings. But he was never pained or sorrowed by these beatings. Instead, he embraced them. He embraced them like there was something he would receive every single day. Even after this, he experienced beatings because of reading. His books were burned by his masters. Even after this, he still continued to do those bad deeds. Rousseau was an innocent child. He loved his family and they loved him. But as time went on, and as he grew up, he began to change. Through every bad experience, Rousseau became worse and worse. Even when he was beaten, he felt no pain or remorse for the wrong he had done. Instead, he continued to do bad. Rousseau once wrote, "People are born good, but progressively get evil." Is that just a coincidence? Or did Rousseau specifically write that about himself? Either way, Confessions was a book Rousseau wrote to help free himself of the chains that bind him. I'm Dr. Brandon Arunzavath. Thank you for watching.
One, action. One.
The princess was very angry, and she knew, of course, who did it. She had all the winged monkeys brought before her, and she said at the first...
Go.
Oh my God, that was wrong.
One, go. Okay, go.
That's so,
Blah, blah,
such an
blah, blah,
appealing
Rousseau.